Today I want to talk about John Brown, one of my favorite historical figures. Everybody has their favorites, but somebody who I feel has a special prevalence to today, what he stood up for, how he fought for it, with whom he fought for, why. A guy that lived, back 1850s. How could someone that long ago have prevalence to today? But he means so much to me and everything else that he did and what he stood for that I wanted to talk about him. What does the idea of John Brown mean to me? What would he look like today? How would he fight the good fight in today's chaotically modern times? How can we summon our inner John Brown and turn our words, speeches, and orations into black and white, hardcore, on-the-ground action? We must never look the other way when any group is marginalized. We must find the cause of oppression, persecution, torture, and ethnic cleansing and show perpetrators in real time the error of their ways. If they're unwilling to change their tune, we must dispatch them in such an overt manner it serves as an example to any other wannabe perpetrators of violent supremacy. We must work to free those in all matter of unjust and inhuman bondage. We must gather allies and those we relate to through common human decency, who then gather more people, and so on. May our numbers balloon so large that corporate mafia dons and their government acolytes realize they can't do a motherfucking thing against we the people when we stand up for we the people. John Brown's vision of robbing Harper's Ferry and distributing the weapons to initiate the Great Slave Uprising, thereby freeing all 4 million slaves in 1859, might have failed. But it's people like him who didn't judge, who didn't care what religion somebody was or wasn't, who didn't care who was a man or a woman as long as their faith existed in the rights of all humans to be free, who believed everybody was equal. John Brown hated seeing a bunch of well-meaning people talk a good game but never acting. So he gathered like minds and said, let's fucking do this already. People are dying out there. It's past time we take the fight to them and overtly prove they can't mess with us. He set an example for not only how people of all stripes can work together on a level playing field, but how we can get our power back by taking it back. We can rise up to overthrow our oppressors. We just have to go on offense from time to time. If you like what you heard, please remember to like and subscribe. Please check out my website, BRYANRADZIN.com. I have information there about all my books, podcasts, recordings, social media, all the stuff. Please look me up. I also have my contact info. I love hearing from people. John Brown was a character that I've always admired. He was someone who knew that the Civil War had started before it had even started and took the attack to them. Now, I am not advocating violence. I'm not advocating violence. It never actually works. Even though John Brown used overt violence to get his point across, I am not advocating for violence. What I am advocating for is people to stand up for the people next to them, for the people who are oppressed, who are pushed down, who are made to seem like they're unimportant in our society. We need to stand with each other because the next thing we know, it could be us. The current situation we're in with our government, they will take everything from us. They will take our humanism. They will take our decency. They will take our well-meaning critical thought. They will take all our truth tellers. They will take everything from us if we don't stand up to them. We need to stand up. We need to show them that we will not be messed with. We will succeed. The right side of history always wins. We need to prove that the right side of history always wins. John Brown was far ahead of his time for even now. He had multiple religions. He had women and men. Everybody was equal. And he took the fight to the people who deserved it. Now, like I said, I am not advocating violence. I am a firm believer in civil disobedience. In fact, Henry David Thoreau is one of my favorite authors. Walden Pond was great, but civil disobedience really laid it out. How we can stand up. We don't have to be violent, but we do have to show up in massive numbers and prove that we will not leave. We will not leave. We will demand a better day, a better life, a better living situation for everybody. We can't let this happen. We won't let this happen. The protests that are on the rise in this country are a great thing. There needs to be more of them. There needs to be bigger numbers of them. Critical mass. That's why I'm a huge believer in that, because when we get enough of us together, there's not anything they can do. They cannot arrest us all. They cannot kill us all. We get in a big enough crowd. We have this. We just have to prove we will not leave. Because before, sure, the government sees huge protests and people coming out to demand positive change. But they know that they just have to wait them out. Wait a day, a week, a month. And then they have to get back to their survival mode. And, can't be out there. They have to pay their bills. They have to put food on the table. They have to support and protect their families. We need to see what's really important here. Our future as a people. We will succeed. It may take a lot longer than anybody would have liked, but we will succeed. We will overthrow our oppressors. We will win.